How discipline you learn in sport can benefit you in the rest of your life. Coach Nye here, Mind Over Sport. Thanks for taking a minute with me today. We're talking about discipline, just not in sport, but in life and how it can help you. You ask any successful athlete what the key to their success is, and they're most likely going to hear and tell you it's discipline. Being great at something often requires countless hours of hard work, yes, but in sport, and while natural talent is important, it can only take you so far. You have to have that discipline and hard work, determination to become a legend. It takes discipline. What is discipline? I mean, we talk about it all the time with coaches and teams and so forth. I mean, even if you Google it and search, you'll find the definition of discipline is it's the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. That's one take on discipline, but for sports and athletes, discipline means something entirely different. In sports, it's choosing to maybe stay home and cook instead of going out with friends for a meal. It may also mean missing nights out because you need to get up at 5 a.m. for your training. It's sometimes even missing your teens and in your 20s because you get the chance to be young and wild because you're always training. It's finding the motivation to get up when it's still dark, cold, windy, rainy, snowy, putting on that training gear, ready to start your day right. It's keeping going when you want to stop. Discipline is difficult. You know, most top athletes all go through all this most of their lives, and some days are better than others. Some feel like it's punishment. However, in sports, great discipline isn't punishment. It's a tool to help you get your greatest reward, whatever that could be. It could be a gold medal, a world championship, or your personal best. And in turn, all this can lead to great things into your future. What discipline teaches us is that not all sports, all athletes make it professionally. But the ones that do understand the importance of discipline. The ones that don't use the discipline they learned in sports to be successful in other aspects of their life, whether that's continuing their sport or teaching others to coach or a different path, discipline teaches a lot about the harder parts of life. It teaches us about the value of hard work. There's a great quote by Theodore Roosevelt, an American politician. He once said, "Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty. I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life." Powerful quote. And it's true. See, I've never met anyone myself that wasn't successful that could tell me discipline was a big part of it, hard work, determination, even bigger. You can't dwell on how hard this work is going to be because this is negative. That's negative thinking. And that can bring yourself down and whoever you're training with down as well. And negativity will hold you back. Sports teaches us this hard lesson. See, the more negative you are, the more difficult progress is. The goal with training is not to beat ourselves up because we're not already amazing. It's to focus on our technique, our breathing, our speed, getting better. The pain is just a side effect of the progress, and it will be worth it. This is true for everything that we do, whether it's at work or school or personal lives. When we play sports, we develop discipline. We can push ourselves through anything that life throws our way. And that's very true. It teaches us about sacrifice. Cutting out instant gratification, like watching your favorite TV show every week. Sometimes you won't be able to do that. Or playing your video games, or eating different foods that maybe you're not supposed to eat. Now, we don't want to cut all out the fun, and because of discipline, you have to be able to use your judgment on that. For example, even with studying, there's in education, there's estimates or study estimates that between 25 to 75% of college students procrastinate on their academic work. When you procrastinate, what happens? You fall behind. You don't do the work that you're supposed to do. And then all of a sudden, when it needs to be done, you're doing overnighters at the library. Stress is built up. You're trying to fit in a month's worth of work into a few hours. Perfect storm of procrastination occurs when an unpleasant task meets a person with a high impulsivity and low self-esteem. See, if you're teaching yourself discipline through sports, this removes the factor of the low self-esteem and helping you stay motivated. You gotta have some fun in your part when you're trying to be an athlete as well. So you have to give and take a wee bit. It teaches us about loss as well, discipline. We lose in the athletic field. You're going to lose eventually. Maybe some days you're not feeling well. And today, that day wasn't your day. Maybe the other team your competitors were just simply better than you that day. As an athlete, you must deal with it and move on. Because you have two choices. To be a sore loser or accept the loss. Congratulate the winners and go home and train to get better. In sport, the only choice that will benefit you is the latter. Carrying this into your everyday life will be a huge benefit as well. It forms the basics of growth mindset, where someone else's win does not seal your fate as a loser. You'll get your chance at success because you know you can always get better and improve, both in business and in your sport. Got to remember that. Discipline also helps you learn how to accomplish your goals. We know in sport there's no shortcuts. You must put the work in it if you want to make it. The great Michael Jordan, his story is so famous. He didn't even make his high school varsity team. He wasn't good enough. His coaches told him he wasn't able to be up to par as some of the players there. He wasn't tall enough. He wasn't fast enough. So he got cut. He played the lower varsity team, junior varsity. And in his book, he details how hard he had to work throughout his career to become the basketball player we know what he is today. In sport, we're always working towards something, and we learn the best way to get ourselves there. So in conclusion here, in sport, there are many things we can learn, discipline being one of the best things. It gives us the advantage for getting through the tough times in life and staying motivated towards our goals despite any setbacks. Discipline. It's determination, hard work, and having the vision to continue through any setbacks. I hope there's some points here that made some sense to you. Again, thank you for joining the coach here at Mind Over Sport. If you have any questions, please send an email to me at coachnye at mindoversport.com. When you have a minute, check out our website at www.mindoversport.ca. Like the video down below, share it, and always remember, be determined, have the discipline, and be the change that you know that you may need to have. Till next time, bye for now.